Yeah, the reason we like to invite you to this session is to find out what really happened regarding to that abduction. In the time is, I believe it's 1931. No, it's 1961.
We were abducted as part of the hybrid program. We were taken into the ships and we had medical experiments performed. I had sperm taken that was used in the hybrid program. We were abducted multiple times over a period of many years.
So when you are, when you are on Earth, were you aware that you were abducted multiple times?
We did not know all of the times that we were abducted.
See, so this is a part of the soul agreement.
Correct.
So which alien species is this?
It's what you have come to call the Greys.
I see. So if you can describe one of the abduction, that when you're in the whole process.
I was taken the first time from the car.
Yeah.
When you're on the actual ship, you're on a table and there are multiple Greys around you. Some are small, short, some are taller.
Yes. How many do you see?
8.
Okay. And when you are there, do you remember or recognize?
It feels familiar, but I don't. It's also very frightening. I feel very scared.
So your physical body was there?
Yes.
How did they take you to the ship?
I was teletransported. They are able to, essentially with consciousness, they are able to slow down your vibration to the point that you can go through matter and you're just transported instantly into the ship.
So the body went through like this, this teleportation.
Correct.
I see. So tell me all the details. So what does the ship look like?
It's a circular craft. It's got a flat bottom. It's gray. Once I was inside the craft looking around, it's like a circular dome. It's quite large. I am laying on a table. There's a bright light on me.
Yes.
I see 8 Greys around me. They take a needle and they place it directly into the top of my head, my forehead.
How do you feel when that happens?
Very scared. I don't know what they're doing. One of them tells me with their mind that they mean us no harm, but it's not comforting to me because I don't know what they're doing to me. They perform other medical procedures on me.
Yes.
Which I later learned was that they were putting an implant into head.
So what this implant is for?
To help continue to raise my vibration after I leave and help in my evolutionary development. But I did not understand that when I was on Earth.
So tell me what's next.
They take sperm forcibly from me. This they're going to use in the hybrid project, but I don't know why. They then take me to a separate room, and they're showing me imagery that is very apocalyptic, showing images of Earth's destruction, of the environment collapsing, nuclear holocaust.
And what was your reaction?
I was not sure why they were showing me this imagery, but it was very disturbing to see. It made me realize we have to prevent that from happening here on Earth.
So did you communicate with them?
All the communication is telepathic, and their communication was showing me these images. They didn't communicate much beyond that.
Okay, and did you say anything, like telepathically to them?
I asked them multiple times why they were doing this, and they basically said, "We will not hurt you." But they didn't say much beyond that at the time. Now I know why they were doing it.
So where are you now?
In the spirit realm.
Yeah. All right, so we'll talk about that later. So they showed you that, and what's next? Before I ask that question, where is Betty?
Betty is also in the ship. She's having her own procedures performed on her.
And how do you know that?
I can see her across the room.
And what does she? How she feels about this? Can you see her facial expression?
I can't see her facial expression, but I've heard her asking them, "Why are you doing this to me?"
Okay. And they said the same thing.
Think so. I don't know what they said to her telepathically.
So she was talking to them. All right. So what's next?
After this, a tall gray comes into the room, and we communicate.
So the tall gray, he's a little bit different from others?
He seems like the one in charge.
He's taller.
Yes. He communicates with me telepathically that everything is connected in a universal consciousness, and that our understandings of reality are fundamentally incorrect. And that as human beings, we have to evolve and understand that we must change.
Did you ask him, let's say, why you?
I did not.
Okay. So how do you feel at this point?
I want the experience to be over. I want to go home.
Okay.
They say you can go back home, but you won't remember.
So how do you feel about that?
I'm not sure how to feel. At this point, I'm confused and scared, and I just want to be back.
And so how did you go back to your car?
They teleported me back down, and I woke up there, and I realized that I was missing quite a bit of time, almost 2 hours.
And where is Betty?
She is out walking outside, but she makes her way back to the car.
By herself?
Yes.
So do you know why?
They put her out there. That's how they returned her. I don't know why.
Okay. So at this point, as Barney, that you, let's say, when you were in the car, that point, you don't remember. You just see it like a couple hours pass.
And I knew something strange had happened, but I didn't know what.
And how about Betty?
She felt very similarly. She knew that something strange had happened and that we're missing time.
Okay, I see. So, and so how did the UFO leave? You left, or?
We didn't see it leave, but it just basically disappears. It goes back into the parallel dimension where they emerged from.
But at that time, you did not know this?
No.
So what did you see when you were back in the car? You don't see the UFO
No,
anymore?
the UFO is gone.
All right. So what did you have any symptom or any reaction after this?
I felt sick to my stomach from the radiation. I also felt a bump on my forehead where they put the needle in, and there was a red mark there.
See. And how about Betty?
Betty also felt sore in multiple parts of her body where they've been performing procedures, and she was sick to her stomach as well.
So is this something that now you understand this is, something not avoidable for them to, if they do this procedure, or it's okay, it's nothing can really hurt you physically?
It can have effects on the body, but it's inevitable as part of the process, and I understand now it's a process that we agreed to be a part of the hybrid program.
I see. So tell me, now you're in the spirit realm, so this hybrid program, can you tell us more about it?
So they abducted hundreds of thousands of people. It wasn't just us. And they took sperm and they took eggs, and they have 2 generations of hybrids. The second generation were much better. They combined the emotional dimensions of human beings with the psychic abilities of the Greys. So they are an advanced species.
But not the first generation.
First generation were not they did not have the emotional capacities as the second generation. They were lacking in feeling.
Oh, I see.
And so the second generation, they got the genetics better.
I see. So why the hybrid children are so important to Earth?
They're going to help us raise our consciousness. So the hybrid children have now made contact with Earth and Bashar and his fellow Asasani. And they are, through this contact, helping raise the vibration of Earth, and there will be open contact.
So you're saying that Bashar is one of the hybrid children?
Yes.
But Bashar is this a person's, Daryl's future self.
But he's incarnated into one of the hybrid children in the future.
In the future, so this person Daryl, he is not a hybrid.
No.
So you're talking about Bashar is.
Bashar is a hybrid.
Oh, I see. So what else the hybrid children can do for us?
They're helping to raise our consciousness. When they come down to live with us, they're going to help the Earth join the Galactic Federation. They're going to help us transition into the new Earth. We have a lot to learn from them. They're going to show us, they're basically a midpoint between us and our future selves. So they're playing a key role in our evolutionary development, showing us our future potential, what we can do telepathically, what we can do with our psychic abilities, and just with a raised consciousness level, because they vibrate at a higher frequency than we are at on Earth.
Right. Okay. So this, what we heard, 2026 most likely will happen, the open contact?
Yes, there'll be open contact.
So this will not cause any chaos?
It will disrupt things, but it will be for the better.
So you can see, let's say, from the energy right now on Earth, so we are ready for that, 2026?
The way the energies are pointing now, yes.
So what are you doing right now? Or what is your responsibility or role for playing?
I am in between lives.
So you are also about to reincarnate?
Yes, I can reincarnate. I will live future lives as one of the hybrid children. But as for now, I'm in between and spending time in the spiritual realm.
Are you learning anything?
I'm learning about the types of experiences I'd like to have next.
Oh, you can learn that first before you experience?
We can learn about the types of things we'd like to do.
So are you coming back to Earth?
Yes.
I see. And do you see Betty?
Yes, I can see Betty. The contact is different here in the spiritual realm than it is on the spiritual plane.
So she's in a different place, a different group?
There's no real groups here. I can speak to her whenever I'd like.
Okay. So what is the purpose for you guys to make this a soul agreement?
To be part of the hybrid project, which we're going to be part of in the future as well. We knew that this was necessary for Earth's evolution.
Right. Is there anything that you want to tell us as your guidance or advice or message?
As we shift to the new paradigm and open contact in 2026, it's going to be imperative that we start changing the way that we interact with each other and interacting with each other through the frequency of unconditional love. And that will include changing our institutions and the ways that we interact with each other, and having a whole new arrangement for society that's built on love and respect.
Very good. And thank you for all your information today.
You're very welcome.